Hey,
I'm not engaging in that type of interaction. I'm
I
not
don't want
doing
you to
it.
get your
I'm
ass
mature enough
whooped
to
on.
know who to bring around who, and I'm okay. Um, like I know who to put in my space or not. I told Alexis, I was like, I'll always tell her, I love you just for that. She really fucking learning me, bro. She'll call me like, hey, just a heads up, X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm man, I love you for that, bro. But I'm always celebrate you. I know how to hop on a motherfucking plane and go ahead. That hoe can stay where she at. I never liked her, won't start liking her, but that's your friend. You know, ain't got nothing to do with me. So we gonna celebrate you, cartwheel and confetti all goddamn day, cause I'm here for you. You know, but when we talk about those people that got the malicious and them nasty ass intense or whatever, we're associates. But I'm not gonna bring you around any of my close friends because that's a setup for failure in a sense. Cause it be you on your own, and then that made me be a bad motherfucking person. Cause it's like
You brought me here though.
well, I know if I won't bring, and there we go. We go back to basis on base step number
Oh,
one. I pick out my flower bed because are we really friends? There you go. Are we really friends? If I got to do all that shit to bring you around X,
my
Y, and Z,
friends
it's
or
the
my
energy.
person.
It's wasted fucking energy. It goes all the way. We're not friends. We're
Mm-hmm.
associates. So we'll laugh, we'll
Mm-hmm.
talk, we'll do our X, Y, and Z. But as far as me, girl, you want to go here? It don't work like that. I'm cool on it.
Avery, do you feel like your friends have to be friends with all of your other friends?
Hell no. No. Did I say anything in that society that make that look like that?
I mean, I kind of heard it when you're like, well, I have this friend, but I can't bring him around this person. And if
But you
it's
hear
a
what I'm sorry,
setup, then are we
what
really
I said was
friends?
what I left off in is like, no, I'm not gonna bring a person around one of my friends that I know. When I know my friends' personalities,
Mm-hmm.
it's inedible. We meet different people in life or whatever. Period. And that's the whole point of this. Everybody is not your friend. But if I
Right.
know it's cool to go somewhere, we can have associates. Oh, girl, come here. If I know you got characteristics that cause you cool enough with me, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm watching you fuck with this person, man, over here, you ain't got no ties, quote unquote. Now, the friend word, follow me. I didn't say she's my friend and associate, but if I'm watching you do what you do over here, you know what I'm saying? You don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So, and if I know like you not gonna play that game with me because you know my boundary, but you don't know my friends, and you'll play that game with my friends. Like, first of all, this is what we not gonna do. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be in the middle. Everybody grown. I'm not gonna be in the middle of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, if you love and you cherish your friendships, in a sense, like if I won't let this motherfucker around my man, why would I bring him around my friend man like that when I know they don't have the proclivity to separate? Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck. Is that making sense?
Yeah, no, you good.
Okay, because I want to make sure that I was dotted and that T was crossed.
Look,
Like, no,
I was just asking a little devil's advocate because I could see where you
hell,
was going with it.
no,
But
not at all. Mm-mm.
uh
Cause it's
I
impossible to
still
make
feel
sense.
like
Everybody got different
some of our
personalities.
friends have to fuck around and find out.
Bitch, I ain't in that shit.
No,
Hell no.
it's not around me because I know when you bring different adult people together and they're not watching themselves all the time because they're comfortable in their relationship with you, but your friendship interactions may be different. Well, they are different with each individual friend who happens to be at the event. They're all unique. So if I have a friend who gets jealous of, let's say, my interactions with somebody else, they
How old are we
might
though?
grown people do it all the time.
All the time.
They
Girl.
they
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
do it
and
all the
again, that
time.
goes back
They're
to
like,
my verbiage
no,
of
Constance
being
is my
dealing with
best
that
friend. Why
shit.
you
I
talking
just
to her like that? Only we have inside jokes. No, girl.
Where I'm
No,
from, women like
no.
women are legit like that. Like till
hmm
this day, this girl be joking, but I know deep down inside, like she really feel that way. I'm friends with her best friend, and every time she with her best friend like will put her on the phone. She's like, I don't fuck with that bitch like talking about me because I'm cool with your best friend. I would laugh it off. I'm like, but deep down inside, you really listen to that boy
But
because
let
you
me
are not
check
your
this.
friend's
If
only
that's your
friend.
friend, why the fuck is she referring to you like that? You get what I'm saying? Like
No,
at the
that's
end of
not
the
my friend.
day,
I am the
no, it
she's the
doesn't matter.
outside
She's
friend.
your friend. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't give a fuck how my friends felt about one another. One boundary that
Mm-hmm.
I got and I stand on is you can't talk about this friend with me. You can't talk about this friend with me. At the end of the day,
I
I
give my
stand
friends
on
that
that shit.
leeway, but I let them know I'm neutral. Like I
Mm-hmm.
am friends with both of y'all, and if you want to come to me and vent to me, just know that I'm not saying shit about it. Like I am neutral. I understand you need to vent to somebody who understands the situation, but I ain't. That ain't no. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Because I love you both, and that's just what it is. So no.
And
That's
sometimes that's a
different than
split.
calling out the
Yeah,
name, though. That's different.
yeah.
That's a disrespect. You can't come to me and call one of my friends no bitch, no hoe.
Oh yeah,
We gonna
no.
have to
I
pick
don't.
it
It
back because we
it
don't rock
don't
like
get
that
that
at
far.
all.
No.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, you can vent
Yeah.
all you want, and I'm gonna take that same stance. I'm gonna listen or whatever because in a situation, there's different vantage points, different perspectives, but there is a right and a wrong. Period. So
Mm-hmm.
you if you want to volunteer and want to vent because of where my stance is with my friends, you can vent,
Right.
but I'm not going to engage because I have a loyalty to both parties. So I understand like the disrespect thing,
Right.
it can't happen. So we can
Mm-hmm.
talk about it respectfully, and I'll let my friend vent to me. And then that's gonna be dead right there because I don't believe in carrying on mess. I don't at all.
Yeah.
And I think that's how women always, I don't want to do that shit either. Like
Mm-hmm.
And that's
everybody
the
got their
thing.
emotions
Yeah.
and feelings and want to go back to somebody. No, you
Mm-mm.
vent,
It
you got it
stops.
off your
It
chest and let it be
stop
dead.
right here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It stops right here. No, absolutely not.
And
I'm really trying to send her. Where the fuck is my stage at? Because
I
You're
got some
banned from
spray.
incense, okay? No more.
you and your fire. You
girl,
live
that
school.
last episode, I'm over here like,
Mm. You and your fire.
Leave
but
them
Yeah.
out. Leave
no,
them
I don't
out.
Hey.
think all like I think it's life. Everybody has a different
Yeah.
personality, and people get along with who they do and who they don't get along with. I just feel like at this
Definitely.
That.
point in my life, I don't expect nobody that we grown. You ain't gotta like whoever know nothing, but I expect, and it has to
You
be
to
a
handle
boundary
yourself
of respect.
accordingly.
Respect. Yeah.
Hmm.
Very much
Well,
so.
you know,
I agree.
I'm gonna add my crazy opinion on the end, right?
Go ahead,
Sprinkle it.
go
Mm,
ahead.
so first, I'm gonna piggyback off what you said because funniest thing is that I've been in that situation that you and Lex and Lo was all just talking about twice in my life. I had a friend. I had a group of friends, and one of the friend weeded herself out of every friendship individually. She literally messed up with every single individual person,
Mm.
and not me, right? And um, I was actually able to get the to make my friends understand. Listen to me. Y'all don't have to be friends with this girl. That's not going to change that I am friends with this girl. You
Right.
guys can do whatever you choose to do. I'm not going to place y'all in a position like that. But I'm not listening to you vent about my other friend. So listen to me. If none of y'all know, y'all beefing with each other, y'all better beef the hell over there because I don't want to hear it. Only because I'm a personal person, which means everything somebody say about my friend, and if y'all talking about each other, then I'm gonna go off on both of y'all that kind of way, the same way I would an outside person, because no matter how it is, it's disrespectful. I stand in the middle and I stand neutral to this. When I stand neutral, I am truly like Switzerland. Y'all go over there with that shit. Y'all can war, y'all can battle, y'all can do whatever y'all want to over there. Don't bring me over there. Don't come over here. And when you do come over here, understand if y'all can't respect
Yeah.
each other, don't come over here. It's just let's just be in that space. It's not that I'm not gonna kick it with you, and I'm not gonna kick it with you, but I'm not gonna stand in between y'all because if y'all two adults can't maintain this situation and can't
Mm-hmm.
move past what it is, I don't expect you to. I don't want you to, and I'm not going to be the goddamn mediator. I am gonna be the friend, and I'm gonna say, hey, if you feel like you did nothing wrong, what you want me to tell you? Except
Yeah.
for what I feel about this situation. I'm not on this person's team and I'm not on this person's team. I am on my team and my team involves both of y'all. So
Mm-hmm.
y'all don't have to be friends. Y'all don't have to fix it. Um, I have I got a village. So I have 4 girls who I have had in my life now. Though at the longest period it's been 13, almost going on 14 years now. And at the least it's been 8. You understand? But these
Mm-hmm.
people stand in a space where there is no friction. You don't get to touch them. You don't get to meet them. I have never
This is
introduced
scary.
nobody. Ibri doesn't, it just don't work like that. Like, I don't bring people unless, like we discussed earlier, if that person can't benefit you and you can't benefit them, ain't no reason for y'all to meet in my world. Not in my world. Because it doesn't matter if y'all's personalities get along. If y'all can't do anything for each other, it's very hard not to have issues, especially when personalities don't match, right?
Mm.
Then I have homegirls who, in context, are considered friends. I only go out with them, or I only go, to this space with them, or we only do this kind of thing because I know that that's what you're ready for. Like, you're that friend. You're the one who, if I want to go to the country bar today, I got a homegirl right now. I can call her, and she ready. She finna go in there and she's just finna wipe up everybody's husband, but she is ready to get drunk, drink tequila, and be in this country bar with me, right? That don't mean she is my everyday friend. That doesn't mean that we go through anything together. We just here. I've also called my real girls and my homeboys to let them know, hey, I'm gonna go to this bar. If anything happened, you get the 911. This she failed me,
Mm.
and I need you to get here right now because somebody got to get me out of jail. Because if she failed me,
Mm.
I'm messing her up and everybody else that caused the problem. I have to deal with that accordingly. Um, I try to understand most people and where they are in this life. I know that my village it's my village. Period. I stop there. Um, I'm willing to meet anybody, but like was said at the beginning, all the new friends, just because we meet, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean our relationship could go anywhere. I'm gonna be cordial. I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna have those work friends. One out of 2,000 people that work in that building is probably only gonna become like my real outside of work friend. I'm already
Mm.
counting on that. And I'm a very pushy friend. So if I like your personality and your energy, I'm gonna make you be my friend anyway. Axie Bree. That's how I got hurt. I'm gonna make you be my friend. You ain't gotta want to have friends. Like, you gonna like me. Understand me? Like, you're gonna let me in. And if you ain't ready yet, I'll wait. Fuck it, I'll wait. Because I know that this energy is what I want in my life. It gives me something. It gives me things to feed off of. And that
Mm.
I choose energy that helps me grow. My whole relationship with Ibri has been nothing but us growing and learning each other for a very long time. It's been 12 years we've been friends. And for the first 7, it was all us getting to know each other. It was all us trying to figure out how to be friends with each other, what that looked like, where I fit, where she fit, and different things like that. Also, children were born within that time. All these things were happening. But when it came time, she showed up. It wasn't nothing extra. She didn't have to do anything extra. Nobody saw anything extra. There was nothing. I didn't even have to tell her half the time something extra was happening. She just understood. And she hit me and was like, hey, what's the problem? Like, hey, what's going on? It made the relationship exactly what it was. She put herself in the top tier bracket alone. I didn't have to do it. That's how I measure if we really friends. Are we?
It's the
Because
interaction.
I don't have to, I shouldn't have to do everything because I'm 100% showing up as the best friend that you ever going to experience in your life because I'm always going to be there because I'm nosy, first of all. I'm invasive. I don't like when people are hurt. I am definitely selfish. You was my friend first, damn it. But I don't hoard you from not living your life. I'm not standing in your way from having other people. My friends understand that that's my personality. So me and Bree been on vacation, and what did I tell you? I need a day with my friend alone, outside of everything else and everybody else, because I
Oh
might not
Lord,
get
that
along, and it
vacation.
might. You understand what I'm saying? It might be a situation, but I still need undivided attention from my friend. And I know I need that. So I tell my friend, I need that. I say, hey, friend, I need you to show up a day early, though we're doing this whole different thing, because I need your attention at least for 24 hours. And as my friend, she understood, like, hey, I'm not being selfish. I'm not stepping outside of the boundaries. I'm not being crazy. I'm just saying what I need, not what I expect. You can't expect people to guess and figure out what's in your mind. I say what I need, and if you give me what I need, then I'm like, okay, that's the person I'm giving what they need. When they don't need it, I'm still gonna give it to you. When you having that bad day and you don't want to talk to me, hey girl, that voice message, Lex, hey Lex, what you I know you don't want to talk this
She taught
week,
me about audio.
but you understand?
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
you don't want to
Lexi taught me
talk.
about audio because I know nothing about it.
You're
Lexi, wait a minute, what
Yeah.
am
listen.
I supposed to be doing?
right? Hit the button. You hit that button and you just hold it real
Yeah.
long and you just say all the stuff
Mhm.
you can say real fast before it stops. But
Real fast.
you have to I've learned over the years, the more you learn the people you bring into your life, the quicker you will understand if they are really your friend or not.
And I
Because
think it's how you. I think it's exactly that. Like how we
yeah.
said earlier. Like I think it's about the experiences
Mhm. Yeah.
for a person. You know,
Mhm.
and out of experience, longevity doesn't really necessarily mean anything.
Mm-mm.
It's really the quality and the stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I've caught myself having certain conversations with that I have. You know, we talk about everything that you and I have talked about as far as things pertaining to me. I
Yeah.
don't share things like that.
Mhm.
But mind you, again, how long have I known you? Especially in comparison to those that are,
Mhm.
you see what I'm saying? That be in
Yeah.
my life. So it's about the quality of stuff
Yeah.
because not only does this have to turn everything into a joke and make you laugh behind it, but that's what you need in certain moments.
Yeah.
And I can definitely. Oh, let me give you an affirmation. It's that part, the loving, the joking, and the turning everything around. Y'all want to laugh and y'all want to smile. It's 100% her. She can do that. She'll take something and just turn that bitch into
Look,
a joke. Completely
Lex,
with the motion be
I'm on
doing.
your line when you ain't laughing.
Yeah,
Hey, what you doing? How you feeling?
it's
You
the
not doing today?
quality. Like,
You laughing too hard, man. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Why you hurting on the inside and you trying
Let's
not to
catch the
say nothing?
spectrum.
Yeah,
it's
exactly. Let's
definitely the
catch the
quality.
spectrum.
And it's those small things. Like, you know what it means to me for you to go to HEB, the simplest thing, and y'all did that little, you know, I can't say that
Charcuterie board.
goddamn
Yo,
word.
charcuterie board.
The charcuterie board, right?
Charcuterie. Yep, it's a
I hate
charcuterie
that
board.
damn thing.
Yeah.
But it's the
Charcuterie.
moments of like really just sitting at the table laughing and talking and having those moments, whatever, whatnot, you know, like, and for her to go to H at that time we were at the house over there in Baytown and it just welcome me into the home. Let's lay this out. Let's enjoy on top of her cooking neck bones for her boo thing. She made
She
that.
was in there. She was in there trying to smother in the things to
Here you go.
Jesus.
Don't say I don't love you. Girl, tell me rolling with that.
Yes.
Or coming out to my birthday shebang, and I know that I know that I'm using specific incidents, but the reason I'm doing that is because my birthday falls right after New Year's, right after Christmas. That's a very difficult time. Reasonably speaking, that's a hard time, you know. But for those who show up, and y'all wouldn't understand, but growing up, I always felt like my shit ain't important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because especially, and you got to, and when you're younger, you don't process that. We right after Christmas, it's New Year's, now my birthday is falling. So it's not really just a celebratory thing because of where it falls. For me, I felt like. And it'd be the small things. Showing up where we went that time, the lost and found, I
Lost and
think.
found. Yeah.
And then I think it was the time before that we did the
charcuterie
charcuterie
board.
board. You know, but I
Girl.
have been wanting that, and I, you know, especially the surround, and it's just okay. Get to the point, Aaron. The point. What I'm saying to you is, like those small moments, I 100% love. I'm over here ragging on Lex, like, oh, Lex, you got to March 1st, because I'm gonna be back in the line. You okay? So I'm just letting you know now, okay? March 1st.
I know. I'm trying to snap
But
out of it.
I'm
I'm
over
trying.
here with her.
You ain't got
like,
no time now that I know. I'm on your neck.
on
Look,
your ass.
what's today? The 17th.
The
Y'all,
I
her
17th.
got
phone's
10
gonna be
days.
on do not
I'm trying to pull
disturb
that
sleep
hoe.
mode
She get to see
23
food.
hours a day.
I'm just saying, I've been trying to get her down here for a crab boil for the longest, and that's like number no. That's what I'm saying. That's
You know,
all I'm
it's
talking about. It's
crawfish
as soon as you get down
season.
here. As soon as you get down here. As soon as you get down here. You know, but it's the small things, basically. Yeah. And people don't realize those are the things that build momentum or whatever. But the same way you put energy into somebody, it's reciprocated. So that's most definitely how I measure stuff and I maintain, and I feel like that's the energy I put into my friendship. Like,
and that's exactly how I move in through the friendships as well. Once I realize that I'm not getting back what I'm giving out, you not pouring into me, like you said earlier, Lex, when you're not pouring into me, and like you said, look, when a person's not showing up how you need them to be, it's okay. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you for that.
At all.
You who you are. but you ain't for
No, I
me.
can't fuck with it.
Now
Yeah.
y'all know y'all and y'all nice wholesomeness. Now I say that too. That's the problem. That becomes the problem. But
Mm.
one thing about people, they gonna say whatever they gonna say about you and how they feel about you once the relationship is over. But boy, what they can't stand on is that when we was friends, I wasn't solid.
I wasn't 1,000, fuck
Do you
100. I
under a
wasn't 1,000
thousand
million
percent
trillion
solid?
billion with you,
Girl,
But you
Joe.
can tell
yeah.
all the lies you want to, but that's the one you never gonna
Take me
step
to
on.
be who you want me to be, but at the end of the day, who still showed up when the other bitches wasn't there? Who you
Hmm.
still chose
The
to
ones you
call first?
talking to
When
right
you got
now.
exactly the one
The,
when you got tired of that other bitch, who you called? Exactly. Like, let's
mhm.
be for real. Like, that really be
Mm,
amen.
mm. Right?
Look,
It doesn't matter. None of that matters. As long as I know I can stand 10 toes down on the fact that I walk into a relationship and I walk out the relationship the same way. You may not like my words at the end because they not soft and nice the way they were at the beginning, but
or even
understand,
understood how I went about it. Yep.
just understand, I no longer can help your life grow. What are we doing? Why are we
Mm-mm.
being friends? You know what? Another thing, even about this context, is I've had good friends who I've literally just grown past, or they grew past me. And I said, hey, we can't be friends no more because what's the point? And people will give you the most stankiest side eye when you're having good communication with people who don't know how to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to talk to people and you're trying to say, hey, you're moving in this, you going to the West Coast and I'm on the East Coast. There is no way. And it's not about having the phone or having this. It's our relationship is cracked right now. That whole entire ocean we finna put in the middle is only going to draw us down and drown us eventually because our boat got
Mm-hmm.
holes in it already. Our friendship can't
Mm-hmm.
last us even being around each other at this point. How is it going to last when our two lives are going in separate ways? And everybody always wants to just hold on to things because
Hold
we
on.
knew each other for 12 years. Okay, and those 12 years were great. And now at year 13, I'm not the best friend for you and you
Yeah.
ain't the best friend for
Let
me.
me throw something into that. I got a question for you on that. Let
Mm-hmm.
me throw something into this one, okay? So, great point. But then
Mm-hmm.
that goes back to say, are we really friends? Because it can be 13 years. No, no, no.
Yeah.
I'm not talking. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are we really friends? Because
Mm-hmm.
it can be 13,
Yeah.
3, 4 years with a person, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't talk to you because our
Mm-hmm.
life are going in this direction.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a when you know your friend or know what's going on with your friend in a sense like,
Mm-hmm. Well, everything I personally feel
Hold
personally with what
on.
you said. Uh oh, she froze. Wait a minute.
That's what I said. Wait
Let's
a
bring her back.
shake. I kind of got I got a little sidebar too.
Go ahead. Go ahead while we wait
No,
for the.
go ahead. No, because it's
Oh,
kind
okay.
of on what we talk about, but
Yeah, go
not
ahead.
really.
it's just
Well, go ahead.
it's just life. Life
Yeah,
happens.
life
So,
happened.
what type
Definitely.
of friend are you? It's okay for us to grow in different areas, but I
Yes.
feel like as a friend, that friend will understand that.
Yeah. It, sometimes people do, but
Mm,
the problem is
yeah,
we're
that's
all
what I was like.
talking, we're all thinking and talking from we are growing now. Everybody not there.
Yeah,
Just because we're
no,
growing, don't mean every one of your friends is on that path. Fact
at
is,
all.
I got two friends who not on that path. They
I got a
don't
friend who's
understand
not.
what's happening with me. They don't understand the changes that are going on with me. And sometimes it causes friction. But
They
this
call
friend
you on
has
the
been,
same dumb shit that you used to be on
and
and
I'm
be
not
mad
there
why
no
you not
more.
trying to entertain that
Do you
conversation.
understand what
Or
I'm
when you
saying?
say some real shit in response to the fuck shit that
They
they say
hurt.
and they get an attitude, or they just instantly stop talking to you because they don't even want to go down that path.
Hmm.
Why
Right.
the fuck are we here then? Why the
Why are
fuck
we
are
faking it?
we here
Why?
then? If you don't want to hear my truth or what I got to say, and that be the shit too, like that is one thing I can say I thoroughly appreciate about the three women in my life, and Aaron, you are one of them, that I actually consider a friend, because these are not no yes bitches. They gonna tell me, nah, you fucked up, and
Hmm.
nah, you
You
did
did
that
Repeat
this.
shit.
that
Yeah,
though.
you did
It's
that
you.
shit
Hold on.
hella
You know my
wrong.
word, Lex. You
What?
scandalous today. You
Ooh,
scandalous today.
ooh, scandalous.
You
Yeah,
understand?
you real scandalous. Okay, but it's like I be upset because the truth hurt, but at the
Hmm.
end of the day, because I know these bitches ride for me and I know they love me, they're not telling me no shit just to dig in me, to be digging in me. Like, You're telling me this because you love me and you want to see me do better and you want me to grow and you want me to be a bigger person. Like that friend I was talking about that I have for 15 years. I used to be the bitch that did not want to hear that shit. I would not talk to that hoe because I didn't want to. I didn't want to hear the fuck she had to say. Like, girl, I'm not here living my best oblivious life. Fuck that shit you talking. Like, I don't want to hear
Oblivious
it.
life.
Best.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. But now, and that's why I always thank her and I tell her I appreciate her because I'm literally her in certain friendships now. And it's like I got a friend who hit me with some shit and I say some real shit to her. That bitch is like, all right, Alexis, bye. I'm like, all right, all right.
I talk to you when I talk to you then.
Because again, if how can you really consider me your friend for real? Yeah, are we friends?
Are
How can
we
you
really
consider
friends?
me your friend if you don't want to
I'm gonna
hear what
hear
the
it.
fuck I really got to
Mm.
say? I'm your friend as long as I'm your yes man. I'm
That
your friend
part.
as long as I'm going along
Hmm.
with your bullshit. But the moment I want to step outside and tell you some real stuff, it's an issue.
Damn, Alexa, you just pieced the puzzle together for me for some shit. I've been trying to. That part right
Hey,
there, like, I'm not your yes person. That's why I don't fit the fuck in with you. But that brings
Mhm.
it
yeah,
back to where your friends really lie. Because if you can
Yeah.
accept that shit, we friends. Like, damn, Lex,
nah.
like, you
It
split
was
that
cool
piece.
as long as we was on the same fuck shit. But now that
Yes.
one of us
Moving
is
up
we
and
up there
changing.
and
And
our mindset is different. You
expectations.
can't fuck. Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
expectations, and that's the thing about it. As a friend, I'm going to hold you accountable. If I'm not doing that fuck shit no more, I don't want you to do that fuck shit no more. At least don't do that shit around me, because I'm not doing that shit no more.
And it's
You know
not
what
to
I'm
say I'm
saying?
judging you. People
Not
always
I'm,
instantly say,
and that's
well, you judging me now? Like you better than me now?
no.
No.
If I
Ooh,
was,
I'm
bitch, I
growing
that
wouldn't
up.
even
shit
be
irritate
having
my
this
soul.
conversation with you. Let's be
Exactly.
real. If I was, we would not even be having this conversation. You'd be on a block list like them niggas, and I would not be, and it wouldn't be nothing.
None of this.
I'm sitting
Yeah.
here trying to love you through it. I'm trying to. I remember a conversation I had with two friends at the time, like right before I embarked on this career journey that I'm on right now. And I said, if I have to be the one who goes out there to get it and really set the example, I will. But it's like, all right, I've set the example. I've done some stuff, but bitches still ain't making no moves. So fuck, we
Girl,
still here for? Like, let's
Lex,
be, you
don't
know what I'm
don't don't
saying?
send me into a traumatizing environment. Jesus,
Bitch, I'm
you're sending
triggered.
me
I
into
told you
trauma.
I
You're
was
triggering
having
the shit out of me.
arguments with myself. I was having arguments with
Mm,
myself earlier.
yeah.
I'm big triggered.
I
Like, it's
literally
just,
just had that kind of relationship, like what you're talking about. Like,
yeah,
you my friend, and I'm trying to show you I love you.
I'm
I'm trying to
trying.
give you what you're saying you need. I open up the doors. I offer you the opportunity. I say, hey, move this way. Don't do this. This is going to get you to where you want to be. But people only want to be where they are sometimes.
And they only
That's good
understand
enough.
from their perspective.
That's good enough. And your perspective ain't good enough for them because they have no idea what you're even talking about. They have no
Girl,
understanding for what you're
I'll bet you
saying,
that.
how you feel, what you think. They have no understanding. And they always assume. It's so funny how people replace uh, being insecure about a person giving you positive feedback,
hmm
and they make it like you're trying to hurt me.
The truth hurt, baby. I'm not trying to hurt you. It's just that truth really hurt.
Hmm.
That bitch got she's the original pimp hand, okay? Way
And
strong.
it's strong. Do you hear?
Ooh,
Baby powder.
she
Baby
she
powder.
coming up. Ooh, baby powder pimp.
Pimp, pimp, pimp. Absolutely. Baby
You know
powder.
what I'm saying? So yeah, it's real. Yeah. I just
Yeah.
want to say super sidebar random thought, y'all. I was saying that I did not have the energy for interactions, but I really appreciate this right now.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't think I was gonna be able to make it past the hour. Look at us going on
Listen,
two. All right
go
now, go
always.
ahead. Look, I was like,
Always. We be pushing it to the limit. Yes.
but I was like, y'all got
Hmm.
me for
A solid.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, but yeah,
Listen. But
for
that's
sure,
what this is about. That you know
no
what it is?
doubt.
It's because the energy is authentic. It's all about just being better. It's
And
authentic energy.
it's replenishing me. It's
Hmm.
replenishing me. I
So
had
good.
a. I'm about to give my little roommate a shout out right now. Like that's the homie,
Mm.
and he's good vibes, and we always laugh, and we always have a good interaction. So right before I got on this podcast with y'all, we was tripping, and then to get on here, I'm like, okay, this is what I needed.
Mm.
This is what I needed when I didn't know I needed it. So
Look at look
thanks. And
look at
I
the
won't get
Almighty.
Yes.
sentimental because I'm a waterhead. I'll cry at the drop of a hat. All
Don't you
right
do
now.
it.
So
Don't
yeah,
start.
next.
Don't start.
Yeah, and I've been drinking.
Listen, you've
Watermelon.
been drinking. You've been
I've been
drinking.
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 All right, watermelon. Mm-mm. Don't let that liquor get you tipsy. Jesus.
Woo, too late, too late, too
Oh
late.
my goodness. Okay, so we have one last question, and it kind of veers us just a little bit, kind of towards what we'll be talking about a little bit for the next
I
podcast
don't
as
know if I can.
well.
I
But
can
it's
go
gonna
last
walk
on
us
that one too.
into it. It's gonna be something simple. It's gonna walk us into it. But the question is, would you accept a man or a spouse that only chose you once you gave up? Whoever want to go. I don't want to go. Low. Hebrew.
um,
Go ahead. Yeah, go
shoot,
ahead,
you
girl.
said a spouse.
Would you accept, I mean, because at the end of the day, when you're dating, that's your spouse at the point in time. That's what you're investing in. That's all the things. So whoever it is, would you accept a person who literally only chose you because you gave up? And what I mean by gave up is you said, hey, I'm throwing in the towel. I no longer want to try. I
Yeah,
am
no,
done.
I'm beyond done.
I
So the word spouse throws me off because if to me, if we're just dating, we're figuring it out.
mhm,
I date with intention. Not
mhm,
everybody does.
mhm,
I'm trying to find out if we are a match, if you can be a life partner, or like, where's this going? How are we mutually benefiting from this?
mhm,
But not everybody dates that way.
mhm.
Some people date for fun.
Me?
Um, some people do whatever they do and they call it dating, but it's not.
You mean
Whatever.
situation shipping? That's what
Yeah,
it
well,
is. Situation shipping.
there's too many new labels for all of the different things these days.
For
So
Fully called
everything.
mafia stuff. That was too funny.
Everything.
all
That
of
was
the
too
things.
funny.
So I don't know.
Mhm,
The difference to me is if it,
because you know I got a rebuttal
there's
to
an
this.
extra weight that comes with the person being a spouse for me. That would make it harder to just walk away.
I have a
Now,
question, but it's still the same question, because even if it's a spouse, you go through the relationship, y'all have whatever's happening,
hmm
and you say, "All right, I'm done with this.
hmm
I can't do this anymore with you." And now you're walking out of the door, and now they're saying, "Oh, you know what? I get it. I see it. I want you back, but you you done it." Like the except the it what it comes off as is the reason that they're saying, "Hey, this is it," is because, oh, you done. You already gave
you
me
not
all the
playing
reason.
no more. This ain't
Yeah,
no
you're not
fun.
playing no more. Like you're
No,
really over it.
I know my capacity for that, where that line is,
Hmm.
with it being a spouse. That line is farther down. You have more leeway, uh,
Okay.
because I don't take marriage lightly. To me, that's a lifetime, that's a life sentence to me. That's how I view it. Now, whether that's how my marriage ends up playing out, um, that's not in my hands. That's in the universe hands, how it's ultimately going to end up. But for me, when I marry somebody, I'm making a life commitment. Now,
Hmm.
obviously things could derail that, but in dating, if we're not married and I know I already put up with too much, but I'm walking out the door and now is the only time that I seem to exist to you, or that you want to talk about this, or you want me back, I don't have ears to hear it, because I've been, knowing me, letting you know that I'm on my way out for a while. It's not just because it's Thursday and I'm tired of your dirty clothes not making it in the hamper today. Okay. I've been expressing myself. I've been communicating. You know that we're getting closer and closer to an impasse. Um, and when I'm done, I've already exhausted every possible option and I'm almost emotionally negative on it. So when I'm done, I'm done. I've given you everything I have to give. So if the only time you want me is when I have nothing left, this ain't right. This ain't right for either one of us. And I'm out.
You next. Okay, let me tell you why you next. Can you
For
hear
me,
us?
Lex.
You, Ibri. Let me tell you why you next, because you've been in a long-term relationship, and I can't go next because y'all know I am just jump off the cliff. That ain't gonna work. But not just that. You've been in a long-term relationship, and you have, I mean, the ups and the downs, and it happens, right, in a relationship. If you put in that much effort, and at the end you say, "Hey, all right, I can't do this no more," could you accept that man saying, "You can't leave right now. Here's every single thing you want, and always ask me for. Like, I just can't lose you."
I think is what was the straw to break the camel back. I think it's did the good outweigh the bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, I've been in a long time relationship and it's innate. Like we get into it,
Mm-hmm.
it's lovey dovey. There's some
Yeah.
things that I have to work on as well as he has to work on. I gotta hold myself accountable and he has to hold himself accountable to things. Um when to that threshold, I think we all feel like at some point, don't push me to my limit. Don't do that. Being in a long term relationship like that, I think what is your what's the straw that breaks the camel's what's the stroke that broke the camel back or whatever you want to call
The
it?
straw. Yeah.
The straw that breaks the camel back. And I think it's everything leading up until X, Y, and Z. And I think you can pay attention. And I'm trying to make sure that I answer this question
Mm-hmm.
with the most honesty and
Yeah.
forthcoming way that I can. Being still in a
In
long
the
term
room.
relationship,
Mm-hmm.
we got good days, we got bad days.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know how to answer. I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, don't know how to answer it. I think after some events that has transpired with us, I think that it puts me in a different mind frame with a lot of things. I definitely think that let me say this. In any relationship, whether it be mine or anybody else's, I think sometimes if it's a long term relationship, I think sometimes it does take somebody, he or she, to walk out to because this is my boundary. This
Mm-hmm.
is it. And piggyback off of one of the earlier things, I think Lo said it, you're gonna test to see how far you can go.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, one of the questions earlier is what is some advice that an elder has told you or whomever it may be?
Mm-hmm.
So then when we go into this question is you learn from experience, you're gonna hit your head growing up. Why buy the cow? You get the milk for free. You see what I'm saying? So let's talk about it to another young woman. You feel me? So but then you don't see it like that when you're younger though. You
Absolutely
don't want to
not.
hear that. I'm not trying to hear that, especially how it was in my household. I'm over the control shit. Figure
Mm-hmm.
it out. Like I'm gonna do it my way. But it ain't just about control, baby. You worth X, Y, and Z. So
Mm-hmm.
you handle yourself accordingly because you are worth this. You don't just accept no, you know what I'm saying? And not to say that we're not perfect, you know what I'm saying? And grateful to God, I can attest to I ain't been some of the stories I've heard, like I don't have that kind of man. That's why you be careful with who you lay down with too. You get what I'm saying?
Girl,
So
sometimes you fall in the bed with dogs. They be dressed up as sheep and goddamn humans all at once. They be the werewolf and the grandma and and a dog. You hear me?
And
If
the
you
three pigs, bitch.
do
And all three of the pigs.
but I
Okay.
definitely think because we've had
God.
those moments, I definitely think that you do have to that it has happened this far in the game. I haven't had that moment in that was earlier on. I think it's like you're gonna test to see how far you can go with it.
Yeah.
But and I think certain events happen to it, or certain things or life things make you make sound decisions. Like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I'm trying to answer it with the most honest, like
I know
honest way
it.
that I can
Yeah.
answer it. But
E-
I'm living in my experience to give you
Yeah.
what I can't give
Yeah.
you out of it.
Ibri, what I'm hearing you say, it sounds a little different. Is
Yes, please tell me what you hear I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying is you're willing to end the relationship if your needs aren't being met or if you're not getting um if they're testing your boundary, you're willing to hold firm on that boundary. Uh and how are they going to respond to that? So early on in your relationship, um if things aren't moving right, like you said, it may take somebody being willing to walk out the door to be that kind of reality snap. Do I really want
To
this?
insert that boundary.
Right.
Mhm.
To insert
To
that boundary.
to me, that's different than being done. That's me willing to stand for myself and to your other point, not let them get the milk for free. Like they have to be here earning this.
But
Mhm.
then did the good outweigh the bad, or did the bad outweigh
Right, but
the good?
but to
Up
me,
to
what
there.
that's not done. That's willing to leave. I am willing to remove myself because at least in this context, in terms of relationships and dating, done is I'm emotionally depleted. I have nothing left to give you.
But that's the insert of a boundary, though. So in the beginning, if we're still talking about that, like, how did this person know that was my the stroke the straw that struck the
The straw.
camelback, whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Like,
not
how did that person know? Because that's what makes you done in a sense. But if they don't know what they don't know, that's what goes into leading up to it.
Mhm.
right.
So when you say like if we're talking about like depleted, what was the situation for me to be like? It had to be something. Clearly, I'm not. For me, I can't speak for other women. Clearly, I'm not there in no dog ass relationship. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
But also, I feel like as a woman, sometimes we put our feelings and our desires on the back burner because we're
Boo.
looking towards
Mm-hmm.
the eventually, and then eventually ends up not coming around because of the you know what I'm saying? So when
Yeah.
I say enough is enough, for me, I can't speak on. I'm not willing to continue to be in this light in this area in your world.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
it for me, and maybe the question has to be different for me because I'm in a
Yeah.
relationship. So I'm not in a place of saying that I love my man. I can't. You know what I'm saying? We've been through the trenches and the shit, and it's like but I didn't get dog white walk like some women who can really
Mhm.
exit and say. Some women have some traumatic events.
Mhm.
I mean, I've been hurt by things because we're women, and I go to my village and I talk about it. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I'm leaving out of something trauma fucking ties. I can't say that. So I'm trying to answer it the best way that I
No,
possibly
you
can.
good.
No,
You
you good.
good.
You
To
good.
Yeah.
be
You
in a
good.
relationship knowing that it would have to be something that's going. If it's something that he played with me about, he know that's what I'm not playing about. That's the straw that broke the camel back. Okay, I'm out. And we've been
Mhm.
into this motherfucking shit too long for you to play
Right.
those type of games with me
Mhm.
in that area. You see what I'm saying? We did our beginning stages. We
But
did.
what happens? You leave all your stuff in the car, right? You done. You
I
gone.
think I'm. I
And
think
he
at this
come
point,
out
I'm
there
like,
like,
I
here's
think
your
at this
ring.
point in my life,
Here's
I would
the
be on
bet. We
some
can
waiting
do it.
exhale shit.
No, no.
So
No,
You
I
said
don't
wait
do
to
this
exhale?
break up, get back
Wait a
together thing.
I've been
No.
saying I was gonna watch that too.
You said wait to exhale? You gonna
I would be on some other shit. Like y'all can't really ask.
Like when she put
That
his
would be
clothes in
like,
the
all
car and
right,
burnt the shit.
Absolutely.
I,
Absolutely. Let me
that'd be
start
like, let
off
me make
with
sure I
that
call
kind of
my
crank.
friends because who the fuck gonna have the bill money? Who gonna? Because I'm finna tell y'all right now,
Yeah, we ain't going no jail. We not going to
like,
jail.
but
I
I
know the
think that
law.
emotionally, I'm playing on that one, but I'm just saying, like, I would be on some on that part some waiting to tell shit, like, you
Mhm.
know. But let's go back.
It's always a
That's your
loophole.
fault that you also walked into certain things. I couldn't blame nobody but
You
me. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm
right?
saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
my mama said
Mhm.
this to me growing up as a young lady, as a young woman. You get what I'm saying? She's taught me these things, but I had to hit the wall on my own. I had to go and figure that shit out myself. Like I had to go experience it before I believe fat meat greasy. You feel me? There you go.
You and that
So
grease
That's
on.
the
You didn't
name of this
believe me?
one.
Let
Hey,
me
that's
that.
the name of the one.
Yes.
you
Yes.
you
That's
know,
the
so I
name.
definitely say
Let
like
me
I'm
grease.
grateful that I don't leave out. I wouldn't leave out traumatized because some of the shit that some of the stuff that I've heard with some of these women, that just shit is just unacceptable. You know, like
Perception. What
Like,
you
yeah, we
grow
said
up
that too.
in,
Another one. Everybody's is different. Everybody's
everybody's
threshold is
perception
different.
based on how you've seen love happen.
Yep.
real
And
shit.
Let
It's
where
a
you
difference.
are in life.
exactly.
That
Lex,
part.
I'm gonna
Because
let you.
what
I'm gonna let you go before me. Yes. I'm
what
ready to
17
shake
year
White
the
olds are
women to
table.
go
willing to
before you.
tolerate,
I'm ready
not
to
gonna
shake the
cut it.
table, girl.
The
Cause
white women
you
to
know
go
we.
before you.
All right, I go.
You remember? Let me say.
It's
You remember
okay.
we was
I'm
having this
joking.
conversation one day, Constance, and
Yes.
you was like, we was talking some shit. We was saying, you was like, girl, they just want them young ass girls because they vagina ain't touched the fucking world. They can maneuver, do what the fuck they want to do. You was talking about how them older men want to go with them young girls
Yes.
And
because
that
they
video,
don't have
Lo,
a
sent
clue
to the
in the
chat.
That
world
video,
and
but
all
Mm.
that
that. And
being
then you come to a real
That
ass woman,
video.
like they don't want to put in the work.
they don't
Want a
because
bitch to be impressionable.
it's always exactly impressionable. It's always
It's not the
a
right word.
newer, younger
Mm-hmm.
model, right?
Did you
Coming
make that
out
up?
every year. There's an 18-year-old graduating from high school that is now an adult, and if you don't want to try, then you go get impressionable children, and you try
That's
to
all
train
they
them
still
up,
are. It's children, to be
and you
honest.
try to train them up, right? Yeah, that's what you talking.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. I asked this question because I keep a bunch of crazy around me for no reason. I be trying to mind my business. You understand? The father of my firstborn, this man who helped me make him, because father is a very, very loose term when I say it. I'm trying to be positive today. I'm trying to stand in my highest vibration, drink my coffee, and get my water intake.
And we proud of you.
Um, I experienced 5 years of this man destroying everything good about me, everything, and kicking the thing I love the most to the curb. And the sad part is because I have no idea of even making that space of my life an open space with him anymore. Oh, now he want to be perfect. Oh, now I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna do this, and we just need to get married. And sir, you have lost every ounce of every piece of your mind that you got. Oh, but I'm growing up, and that I've had a lot of people say to me, "Well, just let people grow. Time heals all. Time
They
don't heal
can over there.
shit.
It ain't gotta be with me
Time,
though.
time don't heal
Mm-hmm.
shit. Learning heals shit. Apologizing heals shit. Time don't heal nothing. Time passes. And just because you've been away from me for a long time and I ain't want to smack you in 5 years, that don't mean I don't want to smack you once you come back around me and open up your
Once
mouth.
passed.
Okay?
Oof. Oof.
I would first of all, I would never. If I give you 100% of me, and you even act like your back finna turn. Oh fuck all that. We done. Everything is done. The whole world has crashed, especially in yours. And don't even worry about seeing me no more. I'm finna disappear. You'll never even hear, or I won't breathe none of God's air that He give to you. Trust me, and I don't want to.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
and it's not because of a mistake. It's not because of what somebody did. It's because what you gave me was enough to show me that no matter what I do, my love ain't good enough for you.
Mm.
And if I feel that way, I don't care if it's at 1 day, 1 year, 7 years. Well, I can't date that long. Y'all know I'm on the 2 year limit. But even in marriage, like it doesn't matter. If you prove to me that my love ain't good enough, I don't have the will to try no more. I don't have it. So you could give me the sun, the moon, and the stars. You literally could show up with every single thing I've ever asked you for 7 years, and I will still turn my back, get in my car, and leave because all of that is now too late. It doesn't serve me anymore because what I was asking you for wasn't just those things. I was asking you to pay attention to me, and you decided to
Mm-hmm.
move in the whatever action you decided to move in, and now I got to move according to what I need, and what I need is for you to get away from me
Mm-hmm.
so I can be
To
better
get the
and find the
fuck on.
person that I need to be with so that I can accept it. Because
Mm.
if I would never feel like you chose me, and why make a person feel that way? I would never feel like you chose me if you wait till the end to say, hey, here's everything you asked for. I really need you to stay. I really want to be with you. I'd be like, nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I could never believe
That's
that.
really it.
It really
Be-
makes me wonder
mm.
then, like, where was it this whole time? So
That
you
part.
Literally,
need,
and like,
That
you
what
part.
are your
could have been
reasons?
doing it the whole
Whole
time. You
time.
The
just
whole
didn't give a
fucking
fuck
time.
until right now.
So now what you're saying to
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
me is the only reason it's of any importance is because you know that it is the thing that I want and you want me. You don't want to be
Yep.
with me. You don't want to make me
No.
happy. And when I say make me happy,
No.
let's be clear. No other person can make me happy or any other person, but you don't want to include yourself in the happiness that I'm trying to build
Mhm.
around us. But now because I said I'm done, now all of a sudden you want to go to my cousin house that you don't like, and you want to go to my best friend's events with her and her boyfriend, but you never wanted to do it before. No, sir. No, thank you. No, thank you. You can take that and you can put it wherever you need to be. And mind you, I've went through this multiple times. That's the crazy part. What I've learned is, especially because I'm a boundary person, that's why I've went through it so many times. I'm a severe boundary person, especially I'm too hard sometimes in relationships because I don't give men the slack sometimes that I would give y'all
Mm.
as my friends. You understand?
Feel
You
that.
would get a pass because me and you gonna sit down and talk about it. But sometimes what happens in relationship is we stop communicating with each other and we do more communicating with everybody else. And in that space,
Mm.
you can't come back from it sometimes, right? You just can't. Sometimes you said too much to a friend or a family member. Sometimes you said too much to even make yourself feel good about going back to that space. But it instantly makes me feel like, so this whole time, you was really just wasting my time. Whole time. And I hate it because that's like literally taking all the good stuff that also happened in a relationship and just making it this one thing. But that's all my mind sees is that you've been playing games with me. And I
Mhm.
gotta burn this because now
Very
I got
much
to go
so.
and I can't take it. And you, even if we get together, my second thought is always you never wanted to be with me. I wasn't your first choice. Whatever was out there was your first choice, and I was what you need to survive in this world in the way that you
Mhm.
want to continue living because I've showed you all those good pieces already.
Mhm.
That's it. That's all
Very
I
much so.
experienced with that. So I'm gonna give it to you, Lex.
Oh, child. I hope we can skip to like another question. But anywho, um, so I've been in this situation with this dude. I was on and off with him for 5 years. And this is when I was that crazy bitch blowing up motherfuckers' phones, sending
Mm-hmm.
them long ass messages, just being real emotional about it because I was pouring from an empty cup. I was giving you literally every piece of me, just begging for you to even drop a little drop into my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and finally, it's funny because 5 years right before, like when I started being on a flight attendant journey and really realizing like what the fuck I could do with my life, I had like a last hoorah with him. I took him on a birthday trip. You know what I'm saying? Made sure everything was cool.
Can you
Did
take
my
me next
last.
time?
I know that's right,
I could
girl.
be better. I could be
I
better.
I know you can, girl. I know. Oh, I know you can. Okay. Basura is what we're gonna call this man. Basura.
Mm.
But he just, yeah. And then after that, he hit me with the ultimatum. It was me hitting him with the ultimatums. Like, so we friends, what we doing? Like, what's going on? Because we were just back and forth, back and forth.
Mhm.
Mind you, I should have sidebar a little insight into this man. I should have known it wasn't gonna be shit because I met him on some side dude type shit. Like he was low key, like he just wanted to be the side dude, and I was just okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Like we should have known, and then we just got
How you
entangled.
met
So
them is how
anywho,
you get rid of them now. Remember
hey,
that.
all right now, hallelujah, hallelujah. Cause that man gone. But anywho, but yeah, he hit me like, so we gonna be friends. I'm like, we should just be friends. And but
At
my
this point.
definition of friend, it was different than his definition of friend.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking we can still converse and kick it and be cool. No, he won't with the shit. He won't with it. So we ended up just stopped talking. I got into this career that I'm into now. And honestly, over the years, he's tried to bounce back, but also I was still in my toxic self. I also tried to bounce back because you were quote unquote old faithful, and I just knew you was gonna be there, and I knew you was gonna take the bait. I knew you was gonna take the bait. But ultimately, what it came down to is, I had to realize number one, that man did not love me for me, but he loved, like, literally every time I would ask him why he loved me, his answer would always be because of the way you love me. You don't love me. You used to dealing with bitches who are using you for your money, your status, your look, your whatever. And I literally just wanted you. Like I didn't care about anything else. You have never been loved genuinely for who you
Girl,
were
don't
as
get
a person.
goosebumps everywhere. Lex,
You
goosebumps
know what I'm saying?
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
You never experienced no real shit like that. Mary J. Blige said real love. Okay, now you never really experienced something like that. So it's just like you wanted to hold on to it. You wanted to keep it because it's just like, wait a second, I know this shit was real. And so finally, I think it was like a little over a year ago, that man hit me again. And I really just thought, okay, I've grown, I've changed. We could maybe make some shit shake. You know what I'm saying? And then anxiety. It sounds
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I had instant anxiety. I started overthinking because I have no children. He has two. And it's like, Alexis, this man is never going to meet you halfway because he already has things that he got going on. It's going to be you making all the changes and accommodating once again. It's just like, do you really
And
want that on top of the,
and
huh?
that's his expectation, Lex. His
Because
expectation
that's
had
what I was
become
doing.
that you were gonna give the 90% and all he had to come through with 10.
Yeah, it was 10.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I literally told that. I said, how would you feel if I told you to forget I existed?
Oh, I said
He
that. And
he
then
said, that's how you feel? I said,
mm-hmm.
low key, nah, high key. When you really got to think about it. So, can I
Mm-hmm.
say at one point I would have been the person to, like, once I left and you gave me what I wanted, oh, I would have definitely went back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And also, sidebar, this is why I said dudes are dumb. Dudes are really smart, but they're really stupid.
They really dumb.
Because you had two kids. You were not. I was the hot commodity. Badass bitch. I had a good ass job. I
Mm-hmm.
had no children. I was willing to ride for you,
But what I
go
told
to
you,
war for you.
what we just said, that is so weird how 20%, there are 18 years old graduating every day. So you are the high commodity today. But I need to see what's going on tomorrow too. I need to check on my
Yeah.
tomorrow commodity because boy, that
Hey,
18-year-old don't want you or them
and
kids
have
or
your
the shit that
tomorrow,
come with
baby.
it.
Have it. Have your tomorrow. I literally told that man. I said I really hope that you can find somebody who loves you as much as I did. Like, may the force be with you, my guy. So yeah, can I say at one point in my life, yeah, I would have definitely been that bitch that would have been like, oh,
Yeah.
I took look, I got my toe in the water, and now you giving me everything I wanted. I'll take it
Hold
back out.
on.
I ain't that
Let
far.
me
Like
let
I
me
ain't
wipe
that
it in
far
the
out.
sand. Let me
Yeah,
wipe it in the sand, dry that thing off.
give me the towel. Bring the towel
Yeah.
and stuff. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But now, absolutely not. Because at the end of the day, everyone wants to be chose. And I want to be your first choice because you are going to always be my first choice if I feel that way
Mhm.
about you. So I just want the reciprocity. And if I don't have that, then no, I don't want it.
That's
No.
that's facts. Um I think that me being so strict to some boundaries when dating, it does cause harm, especially in this
Hmm.
space of because I see it early, it doesn't give a person and sometimes the relationship time to give it that time. But I be like, no, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste it
Hmm.
because like you said, we've all had these kind of spaces in life in which you would have walked backwards. I would have gotten back with my baby daddy if I wanted to have another baby with him because I knew the trash he was
Hmm.
gonna come with, and why start over with some new trash, right? But common sense told me, don't be a dumb
Shout
bitch
out to you
today.
having it because a lot of bitches don't have
But you
it.
know what? It wasn't always so much of me having it. It was how does this harm the other things in my life, and is it worth
True.
that harm? It was easier for me to walk away because not so much just because I was the one being hurt in the space. you could take a lot of hurt when it's just you. But when other
Mm-hmm.
things fall into that hurt with you, but I ain't got no time for you. I ain't got no time for this. I don't have no time for whatever it is you're talking about. If this relationship ain't moving according to plan, as they say, according to plan, then I don't want it. And it does
That's
make it hard to
real.
date when that's how my brain is thinking, because sometimes it makes a person feel like they don't have room to make a mistake. And it's not that you can't make a mistake, it's that I don't have room for you to bullshit me through.
But I feel like that's a beautiful characteristic to have because call me living in a fairy tale world, but there are men who very much
Not fairy tale
know
girl. Real.
no, like
Get to it.
they are real men who
Yeah.
know what the fuck is up. Like I
Hmm.
literally watched a video today on TikTok. That man said he hasn't even been with his now fiance a full year. He knew by the third week he was going to marry that woman.
And
He
he ain't
knew
gonna
by
make her
the
wait,
third,
and he ain't gonna make her wait
and
15
and
years
he
of
said I ain't
dating.
gonna make, and he did not. Look, I'm assuming that him
Hmm.
getting her pregnant made him move even faster.
Because he didn't want to bring a lady
Like,
in.
Is
you
that the
know
little
what I'm
shot that
saying?
was at the TikTok? That was the girl was in the tan and walked down. She was pregnant.
He reached out to India Irie to do his proposal. That one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to send it to y'all. Literally, that man, India Irie told her at the concert. She said, "Baby, your fiance was
He the one.
DMing me every day for 3 months.
Mm.
Like he knew that you loved me, and he wanted you. He just wanted me to make a video." She said, "But I upped it," and that's why I'm like, so there are men who will do it,
Yeah.
but it's just really like, and this is what I found out too. I read something the other day. Like you have to allow yourself being vulnerable shit again.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to really find it. Like, yeah, you most likely gonna go through some bullshit in the process because
You
that's
have
just,
to. That's a part of life.
yeah, and that's the growing pains of it all. But like
Hmm.
for real, just allow yourself to be vulnerable and really just use those things as lessons to like keep your eyes peeled in the next situation. Because
Yeah, for
oh,
sure. For sure.
oh,
Lolo,
'cause-
you still there?
Oh
Mm.
yeah, I'm here, girl.
she
She's
said,
on
"I'm enjoying
picking.
my break."
I mean, look, we ain't harassing her right now. Mm-mm. Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely.
No,
Def-
I was
this shit
just
is
sitting
real.
back listening. I
Mhm.
agree. I agree. I think back to what Lex said with him not like appreciating the kind of love she provided. I think there's a lot of people out there who haven't experienced like an unconditional love. Like I just want to be here for you and support you and have that reciprocated
Yeah,
and there not be strings attached.
a healthy love,
And
healthy
Yeah.
agape love.
and that makes people very uncomfortable. That
Very.
super uncomfortable,
Hmm.
especially if you take the time to learn and see them with it
Mm.
and you know why they're doing certain things and how they're moving.
Hmm.
And that is a very a vulnerable space to be in. And a lot of people don't know how to be loved that way if they've never
At all.
experienced it before,
At
especially
all.
if they didn't get it when they were young, so they don't
I
have
was
it
about to
coming
say.
from family. They've
Hmm.
not witnessed it in relationships. So
Yep.
it's like, I want this, I need to keep it close, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. So I still don't know how I feel about it.
So let me sabotage it. Let me burn you to the ground perfectly.
Let me,
Un
I don't even know if
untampered
that's the
woman.
case sometimes. So I was watching this video the
Yeah.
other day and it was, we've said people are attracted to your energy
Yes.
and the way
Very much
you
so.
move in the world. And this
Hmm.
video basically said people come to you like that and they appear to have like energy, but they get frustrated and they leave you after a certain period of time because they realize that's who you are
Hmm.
and they're showing up that way. That's the persona or the energy they're putting on.
They're
So it's
faking it.
almost like they want to prove that you're fraudulent too. Like
Yes.
you really aren't this,
You
like
Mm.
can't be that good of a
this
woman.
energy
Like
is
you can't.
great to play off of, but you
Hmm.
must be faking it.
Absolutely. Oh
And
my God.
so they're doing
Oh.
it with your love to test your love to say, no, this isn't true. It can't be like this. You can't actually love me like that. So they
Wow.
do all these tests
Mm.
the same way
Mhm.
somebody would use you with their energy to see if you're fake. Do you really stand on it like this? Do you really love me like that? Which is
Yeah, but
super
even
unfair.
unconditional love got
Which is
conditions.
exactly
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened with my son's father. Like literally, that's what happened. Like never experienced it. He told me for a fact. He said he felt smothered down with the amount of love that I provided to him, and so smothered that if it wasn't fake, he knew he was going to sabotage it anyway. Because even if it wasn't fake, he was willing to go as far as possible to prove that it couldn't be true. Literally, he went as far as possible to prove that it wasn't true, that I didn't genuinely love him with no strings attached. So he literally would do things to try to test the boundaries and try to go as far as he could, even though he knew none of the stuff he did was actually benefiting him. This man, now he said it to me, y'all. Like he said it out
But
his
I'm just
mouth.
like, the human brain is something that I will never
You can't.
fucking understand,
You can't.
because the amount of energy that you just put into disproving or trying to prove that my shit was fake, you really could have just been accepting that shit and been loved on for the rest of your life. That's wild to me.
But
Yes, but we
Trauma is
accept the
real.
love we think we
we
deserve.
deserve. That's a
I
fact.
Trauma
think
is
that
real.
in one of the next topics, I think is very much so needed to talk about different love languages
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
because
All of them.
it's
Go ahead.
it's
Mm-hmm.
when you
Mm-hmm.
understand them, like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, like it allows you to understand that person
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
much better.
And how trauma will affect how you experience your love language, because you could be a person who likes to
I was gonna
receive
say that.
gifts, right? You can be a gift recipient type of love person, but what does those gifts actually look like to a broken person? When
Right.
you're not healed, it ain't the same kind of gift that a healed person want to get. It's not the same kind of touch that the healed person wants to have. Sometimes them touches come real rough, real unhappy, real negative, because that's where the person is. Taking that much energy, to me, all I got from it, when he told me, like you said, like, you mean you went that far out of your way instead of just saying, "Hey, I don't want to be with you." You went so far out the way to sabotage all the good we could have ever had.
Not just that, leave you with some scars.
It,
Like
it leave me with the scars only,
when I've been
because
nothing but good with to you.
and all of
Mm.
that to end up in a space of saying, I went out here in this world, and after 5 years, what I've learned is you were the best thing that ever happened to me. You make me happy. You always stood by me. And I'm like, well, thank you. What you want me to do with that? So take that energy and bring it to the next relationship and try to be a better person than you were to me, because that's all I got.
Literally.
And it's not just about
Literally.
being the father of my child. That's what I say to any person I break up with, because I don't want you to be the same man you were before we start dating. I want you to be
Mm-hmm.
better. Don't be out here embarrassing me too.
Facts. Big facts.
Mm-mm. So I see they trying to kick us on off.
Why
look
they
when
trying
my
to kick us off?
look when
We
I
got
start
34 minutes.
look when I start blinking, right? When I start blinking in and out, Jesus, yes. But everybody got to say their piece. I'm so glad, Lex, that
Yeah.
this really did give you the energy that you need to listen. I'm gonna send you some more. I told you.
That last question was a doozy. I'm back in my phone.
It's
Bye.
a dude. what we, what we got to pull up?
Not the phones, no.
Good
I'm
night.
back in it. I'm gonna send you some funny gifts or something.
Let me find some TikTok foolery. I know I can
Find it,
find
girl.
it.
It's something
For
on there. For
sure.
sure, it's something on there. But no, I'm just glad we was able to feed into you the way you've been feeding into this and into us.
I
Because, like,
appreciate it.
I keep telling everybody, like, y'all don't understand how much this means to me. Like, this is very hard to do alone, and to just come in and to be accepting, be understanding, and say, hey, I want to do it. Like, I hope that everything that you need tomorrow when you wake up, it covers you. It literally covers you all over your body, all over
Amen.
your spirit, and you are in a better space than you've been in for these last couple of days. It doesn't matter if you can't get up, just be better, feel better, think better, no matter how it goes.
Mm.
So, you know, we going
Amen.
we're gonna close it right there. I just want to say thank you, ladies, all
Thank
for
you.
being
Thank
here,
you.
sharing your love, sharing your opinions. Everyone, join us, come be our friends, but we don't really need no new friends. We just want y'all to love us and come and join the conversation. But
Thank you,
That's
fan
Yeah.
base.
true.
Thank you, though.
yeah, we're very
Yeah.
accepting because everyone don't have this. Everybody don't have the
But
girl
it's because
talk.
I'm
Everybody don't have
new.
the powwow, and everybody doesn't. Well, you ain't new no more, girl.
No,
Is her probation up? I don't know.
it's
I
it's
haven't
you
seen it
know
yet.
it's been 90 days.
it's been her 90.
All right,
Listen,
you cool, you cool.
yeah, exactly. But I know that I felt alone even with the village, so I know that people don't always have this. They don't have positive people to have these conversations with, and I really hope that people understand to come and experience that part. You don't need to be my friend. You don't need to be our friends. You don't have to join in and love us. But I hope something reaches every single person out there who comes across this, who hears us talk, and who understands the story. Even if you don't understand, something will still stick, you know?
Facts.
So I want to say thank everybody for viewing. Enjoy. We will see you guys
For
next
sure.
Thursday. Everything's great. Everything's peaceful. Love you, ladies.
Love
All
you.
right.
Love y'all.
Good night.
Good night.